wanted to make it times the audience.
Hello, welcome back, YouTube.
That's the best joke you can have.
If
So,
you guys want
the
funniest thing,
that was a quick trip.
He did a joke about the crocodile when he was on Jon Stewart with Jon Stewart.
Yeah, normally I tend to get lost at IKEA, but I knew I didn't have time for it today, so I just grabbed my batteries. You know, I think when I started this video, I forgot to say the day and date. So, yeah, today is September 14th, 2021. It's 3:37 p.m.
He was born in Quebec. He was Canadian. He was wry and dry in his humor, but he was brilliant. And
they're definitely talking about Norm Macdonald.
Was like very few have ever had that, and he was, again, people that worked with him had no idea.
It's amazing. How do you hide cancer for 10 years? And here's the other question: why would you want to hide it? That's going to be painful. You're not feeling.
I actually heard from my girlfriend that Norm Macdonald died today and has been struggling with cancer for an extended period of time, and just kind of kept it on the down low.
I don't know how you do that.
So, it's kind of sad. He was a really great comedian, and God, when he did Weekend Update on Saturday Night Live back in the 90s, that was just some of the funniest stuff ever.
And over those last 16 months or 18 months,
big loss to the world of comedy.
You had a situation where
today
COVID was going on.
You didn't leave the house much.
You could stay away from people.
Right.
You didn't have to leave the house.
And of course, as soon as Priscilla told me that, I thought about it for a moment. I'm like, wow,
the guy was so funny. I was watching it.
Did O.J. Simpson finally catch up with him? She looked at me all funny. I'm like, I'm sorry, is it too soon?
Changed his name from Burt Reynolds to Burt Ferguson.
I had to explain that one to her because I guess she absolutely didn't remember all the non-stop O.J. Simpson jokes that, from what I understand, is why he got fired from.
Did you see OAC in her dress yesterday?
Why she got fired from?
She's wearing a beautiful white gown.
Brothers Vitelli.
Saturday Night Live.
If you want to go there, they got things like $300 running shoes.
Anyway, I got my batteries at IKEA.
$20,000 dresses.
They've gone down in price quite a lot. It's 15 or 1900 mAh. I don't even know what mAh stands for, but it seems like 1900 is a higher number than what my older batteries are. So I'm thinking that the technology's actually improved. The price has gone down. I don't remember what I paid for my IKEA batteries when I first got them. I feel like I've gotten them twice. I feel like I got a 4-pack when I first started, and then not long after that I was so happy with them that I got more. But it's been a long time since I bought any. It's definitely gone down in price. It's only $6? Or was it $6.99? Yeah, $5.99. So yeah, $6. $6 for a 4-pack. Which really isn't much less than you would pay for like a 4-pack of like Energizer or Duracell alkalines, especially if you're not buying them from a discount store. I mean, granted, I haven't bought those in forever. It's been a long time since I've bought alkaline batteries, and when I do, I'm always buying like heavily discounted brands from heavily discounted stores. But, yeah, I haven't really bought much in the way of alkaline AA since I've got my IKEA rechargeables.
She's what I call a celebrity. She enjoys being a pop culture celebrity more than she enjoys being a politician.
I mean, she's always on video.
Always.
So
I skip it because I don't like politics. But to wear that dress last night, where she wore it.
When I went in there, I actually got a call from my case manager from the mental health clinic. And I generally call it the mental health clinic because I have trouble remembering what it's called.
$1,300. Would you sit down?
And the reason for that is because it's changed names so many times. I know when I started it was ComCare.
Talk about it coming up next.
I think it's called Choices now, but I'm not 100% certain. Interestingly enough, it's been more or less the same staff for a long time, and I've had the same case manager for well over a decade.
If you're overweight, well, I've got a diet.
Anyway, she checks on me pretty regularly, and I had a good talk with her.
It's almost impossible. Listen, at Red Mountain Weight Loss,
Got an appointment tomorrow with my psychiatrist, and hopefully I can touch base with my therapist and try to get back on her schedule, because I haven't seen her in quite some time now, and I feel like seeing her on a regular basis was helping.
What you need is RM3, because RM3 is
not even sure who the doctor is I'm going to be seeing tomorrow. I expect it's going to be the one I've been having the telephonic appointments with. Because I think every time I've had a telephonic with him, I've been scheduled to see him in person, but I forgot to show up, and he's just managed to catch me on the phone. It's 1:30 tomorrow. I really want to get down there. Although I have expected when I get there, I'm going to find out that he's not even there, and it's via video conference. I really don't like my appointments with him. I feel like we have such a language barrier that he's not able to really help me. I don't know. It's kind of is what it is. Government mental health care, and I'm actually glad that I do have some. Because God knows there's a lot of people with severe mental health issues that have no help at all. And that's a big contributor to the homelessness issue. I feel like a lot of the people that are homeless have severe mental health issues, and it's easy for people to look at videos of them on YouTube and go, oh, lazy fuckers need to get a job, But, you know, when you have those kind of mental health problems, nobody's hiring you for a job. And just the whole process of getting a job is very difficult, to the point it may as well be impossible. Nobody wants to hire somebody that's got visible mental health issues. Not even for a shitty job. And granted, there's help available for people that have really bad mental health problems. But the problem is, when you're suffering from really bad mental health problems, the process to get that help is too difficult. I don't have a solution to that. You know, actually, as mentioned earlier, I watched a Louis Rossmann video that was talking about how weird the algorithm is, and how certain videos he puts no effort into get a lot of views, and then the ones that he puts a lot of effort into get comparatively very few views. And the other thing he was talking about is that I guess the video he had that got a lot of views, and I was one of the persons who watched it. In fact, I watched it twice. I watched it once, and I watched it once and showed it to Priscilla. Was showing these grates, these things that were added up to the grates on the sidewalks in New York City. And it's my understanding that these grates have to do with ventilation for the subway system, and warm air comes out of them. And homeless people, absolutely destitute homeless people, sometimes will sleep on top of these grates, or just kind of loiter on top of these grates, so they don't freeze to death, because it does get, during the winter, it gets extremely cold in New York City. And the city, or either the MTS or the city of New York, has put these structures on top of the grates to make it impossibly uncomfortable for a homeless person to be on top of it. And they don't have spikes per se, but they have uneven things in the grills that poke into your ribs if you try to lay on them. And kind of tragic. And I guess a bunch of people dissed him in the Louis Rossmann, bashed him in the comments section for presenting a problem but not presenting a solution to the problem, which I think is kind of messed up. I mean, it's a good idea to present a solution, but just because you can see a problem and you're wanting to bring awareness to a problem and don't have a solution, I don't think people should just shut up if they don't have a solution. I mean, I don't have a solution to the homelessness issue. I've got some suggestions, but I realize most of the things I suggest aren't financially feasible. I'm being totally distracted by this I'm assuming self-driving vehicle in front of me. It says Biscuit. Biscuit self-driver in training. I've never seen this particular type of self-driving car. Biscuit Cruise. I wish I had a side camera so y'all could see this. Biscuit Cruise. Definitely some LiDAR units on the side of it. Has an Arizona vehicle dealer plate on it. It's very interesting. Definitely gonna have to Google that vehicle when I have some hang time. For those who aren't aware, Arizona kind of is ground zero for driverless vehicle training. Used to be a lot of that going on in California. Oh, I got a call coming in. This might actually be important. I better cut this short.